This is the South Ferry Station. At least when I got here right after the storm, down in the platform level, the water reached the ceiling, which is probably about 13 feet high. The water came in, it had nowhere to go, and so it just filled up like a basin. And so these stairs actually sat in the water. The equipment in this enclosure controls all of the signals and switches, both inside the station and north of the station up to Raptor Street. And so this is like taking your computer and just dipping it in salt water, basically. Our engineering folks reached out to the manufacturers and said, listen, what do you think? Can we salvage this stuff? And they told us, no, just throw it away. There's nothing you can do to restore those relays. The failure of these types of relays can result in a collision, it can result in derailment. We have to treat them very carefully and as if they have a high risk of failure. So this is a standard, this is a Westinghammer, no, it's a Cutler hammer circuit breaker. But if you just looking at it from here, it looks okay. But if you go in and look at it a little more closely, you see the corrosion, you see the inner workings of the breaker, and it's shot. What this storm did was take away the reliability and the availability of the system. And then there's the labor. There's 25, 30 people a day that we're using to manually crank those switches. All the under-river tunnels that were exposed and sustained damage, we restored it, but now all of that equipment has to be replaced. The cables, fan plants, pumps that were used, that were submerged. You can't ensure reliability, and so that's why we need a lot of that money. We have to have the funding to replace all the equipment. If the restoration includes any plan to prevent the water from coming in here again, that will definitely impact the design and impact the schedule. So those details are still being worked out, but it's definitely nothing less than a year to restore the station.